There is that miracle bread, this manna that God provides every morning for the Israelites to eat. By the way, one of the quirks of Hebrew that I've always just really loved is that God provides this strange bread-like food. It's described as something like a cross between coriander and honey wafers, which honestly sounds kind of good. I would try it at least. But in English, we leave this word manna untranslated in our Bibles, and that's because the Hebrew word literally means something like, what is this stuff? And so if you have ever read the Hebrew scriptures and thought to yourself, what is going on here? Just know that the writers and the editors of the Bible themselves also had that reaction from time to time. Like, what is this stuff? Anyway, still, miracle bread is not enough. And the Israelites grumble for meat. And they say, look, things weren't great in Egypt, but at least we weren't vegetarians. And to be honest, I kind of took that one a little personally last week. There are lots of good plant-based options available, although to be fair, ancient desert life may have afforded fewer options. I don't know, who's to say. God, however, is more gracious, less petty than I, and so miracle quail starts showing up now every day, just walking around asking to be cooked, along with that coriander honey bread. Still, the Israelites continue to complain. And Moses actually names the area where they have camped Massah and Meribah. And those words mean quarreling and testing. But it's not that the people start arguing with each other and they think God is testing them. It's actually that they begin quarreling with and testing God. And that's a really interesting idea. Because as Scott pointed out last week, arguing with the divine, testing God, if you want to call it that, that is a very Jewish thing to do. In fact, all through the scriptures, not only is divine argument recorded, it's, frankly, encouraged. So it's good to question God. It's healthy to be honest with your complaints. It is holy to notice where the world is not what it should be. And so I really appreciated this distinction Scott made between the sacredness of questioning God and the refusal to acknowledge the goodness of God, because those are different things. You see, the problem here in the wilderness is not complaint. There are things that are worth complaining about. The problem here is this steadfast commitment to live in the mode of scarcity. Nothing is ever enough. And listen, assuming we're not talking about greed and avarice, it's okay to want for more. To want more justice, to want more freedom, to want better for those who've been pushed to the edges. That's what Exodus is about. It's the whole point of the story. But if you can't see the goodness around you, even when it is as unmissable as miracle bread and birds that want to be eaten, then the truth is, you're probably going to have a tough time noticing goodness even when you get what you think you want. You see, the lesson of the grumbling in the wilderness is not to accept things without complaint. The lesson is to celebrate what is good and be grateful for what you have precisely so that you can begin to work to make things even better. And sometimes our gratitude is the prerequisite for the change that needs to happen next. So be grateful, but keep pushing for a better world for everyone around you.